The first shift, you're not protecting a man, you're protecting a system. You're already sweating, not from the heat, though yeah, it's brutal, but from the silence. Too quiet. You're standing outside a gated compound that looks less like a house and more like a private nation. Cameras on every angle, snipers you can't see but you know are there, motion sensors that probably cost more than your entire childhood. You're not protecting a man, you're protecting paranoia, and paranoia pays better than truth. The upgrade, you're now inner circle. Weeks turn into months. You prove yourself. No hesitation, no mistakes, no conscience leaks. They move you closer. Now you're inside the compound. Closer to the boss, closer to power. And inside, your boss. Not boss like a manager. Boss like, if he dies, cities burn. You grip your rifle tighter, scanning the street like your life depends on it, because it does. You're not security. You're a human firewall between your boss and 1,000 enemies who'd love to see him bleed. Cartels, government, rivals, even his own people. Your job description? Simple. If anything moves wrong, you shoot it. No questions, no hesitation, no morality clause. Because hesitation gets people killed. And not just you, everyone you've ever met. The recruitment, loyalty is cheaper than talent. You weren't supposed to be here. Last year, you were just another guy trying to make rent, dodging bad luck like it was a full-time job. Then one night, a friend introduces you to someone who has opportunities. That word, opportunities, it sounds corporate, clean, harmless. It's none of those things. You walk into a dimly lit room expecting a job interview. Instead, you get audited. They don't ask about your skills, they ask about your fear. Would you die for money? You say maybe. Would you kill for survival? You hesitate. That's when they smile. Because hesitation means you're human, and humans can be rewritten. They don't hire the best. They hire the most controllable. You, the training, turning you into infrastructure. First lesson, you are replaceable. They prove it fast. You train with 10 other recruits. By week 2, there are 7. By week 4, 5. Nobody explains where the others went. Nobody asks. You learn formations, weapon drills, threat detection, but that's just the surface. The real training? Obedience. They simulate attacks where the target is a hostage, sometimes a civilian, sometimes a kid. Your instinct says hesitate, their system says eliminate. The ones who hesitate, they disappear. The ones who don't, they get promoted. You stop thinking in terms of right and wrong. You start thinking in terms of efficiency. Threat detected, threat removed, congratulations, you're no longer a person. Your protocol. The first assignment, fear is the real currency. Your first real shift is a convoy escort. Black SUVs, tinted windows, no plates. Your boss sits in the middle vehicle, invisible but omnipresent. You don't see him, but you feel him, like gravity. Everything is smooth. Until it isn't. A motorbike gets too close, too fast. Too wrong. Your brain starts calculating before your heart can react. Distance, speed, intent. You don't wait for confirmation. You fire. The bike flips. The rider hits the pavement hard, unmoving. The convoy doesn't stop. Nobody checks. Nobody cares. Later, you find out he was just a delivery guy. Wrong place, wrong timing, wrong life. That's when it hits you. You start noticing things. The boss doesn't trust anyone, not even you, especially not you. Every guard is watching another guard. Every conversation feels like a test. You realize something uncomfortable. This isn't a security team. It's a loyalty experiment. And everyone is failing, just at different speeds. The lifestyle, blood money has benefits. Let's be honest, the money is insane. More than you've ever seen. More than you ever thought you'd deserve. New apartment, designer clothes, food you can't pronounce. You go from surviving to thriving overnight. But there's a catch. Actually, multiple. You can't quit, you can't disappear, and you definitely can't talk. Because the moment you stop being useful, you become a liability, and liabilities get liquidated. So yeah, you're rich, but you're also owned. The cracks, when loyalty starts looking like a cage, it starts small. A fellow guard disappears. No explanation. Then another. Whispers spread. Internal cleanup. Loose ends. Disloyal behavior. Nobody knows what that means exactly, but everyone acts like they do. You start overthinking every move. Did you say too much? Did you look at someone the wrong way? Did you hesitate for half a second too long? Paranoia isn't just the boss's problem anymore. It's yours. You stop sleeping properly. Start checking corners twice. Start realizing that the biggest threat isn't outside the gate. It's standing right next to you. The breaking point. The order you can't unhear. Then comes the night that changes everything. You're called into a private room, just you and a senior lieutenant. No cameras, no witnesses. He slides a photo across the table. It's another guard, someone you trained with, someone you laughed with, someone you trusted. He's compromised, the lieutenant says calmly. Your chest tightens. What do you want me to do? He leans in. Handle it. Just like that. No trial, no proof, no appeal. Just deletion. You walk out with the photo in your pocket and a war in your head, because this isn't about security anymore. This is about survival math. If you don't do it, you're next. The decision. Killing isn't the hard part. You find him alone. He sees you, sees the gun, and instantly understands. No panic, no begging, just disappointment. Was it you? He asks quietly. You don't answer, because the truth is worse than silence. He nods slowly. I get it, he says. Just make it quick. Your hand doesn't shake. That's the scary part. You pull the trigger. It's clean, efficient, professional. Exactly how they trained you. But as his body hits the floor, something inside you doesn't. Because this time, it wasn't a threat. It was a mirror, and you just shattered it. The promotion, you passed the test. The next day, you're promoted. Higher pay, better position, more trust. They congratulate you, call you reliable, say you're inner circle material, but you don't feel stronger. You feel empty, because now you understand the system completely. Loyalty isn't rewarded, it's tested over and over again, until there's nothing left of you to test. The downfall, when the system turns on you. It happens faster than you expect. One night your phone buzzes, a message, short, cold, familiar. Report to the office. You already know. Same room, same setup, different photo. This time, it's you. Your heart drops, but your face stays calm. The lieutenant studies you like a product about to expire. Concerns have been raised, he says. No details, no defense, no chance. You realize the truth in one brutal second. There was never a way out. This wasn't a career. It was a countdown. The final shift. You were always the target. You walk out of the room knowing exactly what comes next. Every guard you pass suddenly feels like a loaded gun. Every shadow looks like a trigger. You think about running, but where? They own the roads, the borders, the silence. You think about fighting, but against who? The system you helped build. You reach your post one last time. Same gate, same silence, but now you see it clearly. This place doesn't protect power, it consumes people, and you're just the latest resource. A car approaches, too fast, too familiar. You raise your weapon, not to protect, not to survive, but because that's what you've been programmed to do. The shots ring out, and in that final moment, as everything fades, you realize the truth. You were never the guard. You were always just another target in rotation.